Here's Tina. Nice scooter, by the way. That's awesome. Now, I've got a very important question for you. Do you have any jobs going?
We like pizza.
Well, I can definitely handle that. That's no problem at all.
No, but honestly, if you go to the InfinityWard.com website, you'll see the jobs there.
Listen to that. That is the sound of a million keyboards entering a URL in. Fantastic. All right. Tina, you've been watching the questions come in on the hashtag as well, yeah? What are you seeing?
Oh, a lot of people are asking about, kill streaks and stuff, so I can't wait till we can answer them.
All right, cool. Well, let's get to that very soon. But every year, Call of Duty raises the bar on gameplay and graphics, but one of the most important elements of the experience is audio. Larry caught up with the Turtle Beach guys who've been working to bring you the best in-game experience ever when Call of Duty Ghosts launches this November.
Hi, it's Larry here, Xbox Live's Major Nelson. I'm over here in the Turtle Beach section of the amazing Call of Duty Ghost booth. I am here with Jeff Frechette. Jeff Frechette from Turtle Beach Gaming. Jeff, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Now, listen, I want to talk to you because we heard from Mark Rubin earlier how important audio is in Call of Duty Ghosts. What have you guys done to really help enhance that experience?
Yeah, so we're really excited and honored to be back for our third year with Call of Duty. We've been working with the sound design teams at Infinity Ward to make sure that we do have the real top-end experience of audio when you're playing Ghosts. So that means premium materials, premium finishes on the headsets, of course, but it's also some really cool features like presets that actually allow the gamer and the team at Infinity Ward to change the way that the headset processes audio. So you can do things like bring up the sound of a footstep or really accentuate part of the sound spectrum. We've also got voice prompts on one of the headsets as well. So lots of things that make the sound experience better and make the game more immersive and fun.
Tell us about the different versions of headphones that you have.
Okay, yeah, so there's three. There starts out with the Shadow, which is a wired stereo product. It's got independent control over bass and treble. You can adjust your chat volume and game volume independently. Then the next one up is the Spectre, which actually adds a removable microphone boom. It actually looks like this one right back here.
Just a little bit smaller to fit your head.
A little bit. So it's got a removable microphone. It's also got this really cool feature we call Chat Boost. So when you're in a firefight in the game and it gets really loud and you're still trying to communicate with your squad, your voice actually goes up above the game. So it's like cruise control for chat, which is very cool. And then at the top of the line, we have the Phantom, which is a wireless product. So it's surround sound, it's got the presets, it's fully programmable. It's got a Bluetooth so you can actually mix in music while you're gaming. It's got the Bluetooth so you can take phone calls, it's rechargeable battery. It really does everything.
But they all sound great, and you've all worked with Infinity Ward to tune it for Call of Duty Ghosts, right?
Yeah, our engineering team has been working with their sound designers to make sure that these headsets sound really superb for this game.
All right, more importantly, when can Call of Duty Ghost fans get their ears on these?
Headsets should be available about the time the game comes out.
Awesome. Well, that's coming this November. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
So I'm assuming those headphones in the background aren't actual size, but they do look like serious business. Thank you, Larry. Right, Tina, you've been pulling all the questions off the Twitter there. The Twitter? Yeah, cool. On the hashtag GhostsMP. Keep those tweets coming in with that hashtag GhostsMP. We've got the questions here. Right, so first up from the Masher. This one's for you, Tina. Will riot shields be coming back?
Yes, they will, and we have a new design as well, so I can't wait till people see them.
Excellent. All right, good stuff. Next up, one for you, Mark, from msantos136. How will the prestige system work?
So Prestige is actually different this time around, and basically it's based around the idea of having those 10 players in your squad. So when you take one of those players to a max XP level, you're going to prestige that character.
Nice. All right, Tina, you're up next. We've got JDog99, and he asks, will there be any fan-favorite game modes returning in Call of Duty Ghosts?
We can mention one.
Yeah?
Infected. I think people are going to love that.
Any more, Tad?
Can't.
That's enough. Infected is enough of an answer. Right, Mark, back to you. We've got Tyler Probs 10. What's your favorite new feature that you've added to Call of Duty Ghosts? Tough choice, right?
I'd have to say, personally, for me, my favorite is the additional weapon class, the marksman rifles. For me, I started Infinity Ward with COD 2, and this reminds me of playing a Call of Duty 2 or Call of Duty 1 style game. You got these rifles, single-shot rifles, iron sights, hard to use, but so gratifying to get a kill.
All right, Tina, we are coming back to you from Snaky Bag. What about us who play HC? What game modes can we expect in Ghosts MP?
So there will be hardcore game modes coming back, but we haven't finalized them just yet. So if you guys have any feedback, send it to the hashtag GhostsMP.
All right, there you go. Keep hitting that hashtag GhostMP. Thanks, Mark. Thank you, Tina. We are heading back to Larry with Benson and Brycey, and we're getting ready for match 2. Let's go.
Thank you, Graham. All right, just a reminder, at Call of Duty and at Infinity Ward, send your questions that way. They will get your questions answered as best they can. I'm back over here with Benson and Bryce. Guys, next up is Whiteout. What can we expect?
Snow, and lots of it. But seriously, the goals on this map, one side has a high elevation on the ridge and it's quite open. The other side, there's a lot of cover there and a house that you can kind of sneak through. So I think one side is going to be a lot higher scoring than the other, and then when they switch sides, the other team are going to do the same.
So that's really the balance factor there.
Yeah, it really is.
It's going to be all about tactics. I would expect to, if I was out on the floor, to hear all the pros, trying to get as many call-outs as possible, because, like you said, with 1 point a lot more open, you really have to work a lot harder as a team.
Is this map like any of the maps we've seen played in the past?
For me, not really, and especially when you incorporate a brand new game type to it, it changes a lot of stuff as well. We have another map-changing environment element that can be added into the game as well. That's always something fun to look out for.
Yeah, I mean, I know we're really excited about seeing all the maps. Of course, are you surprised by what the fans have chosen at home?
It's one of them things that I'm kind of wondering just how this game's going to go. Now, funny enough, I actually want to see the Odin strike. We haven't seen it in the last game. I was really hoping to see it.
Right.
And the way it changes the entire topography of the map is something we haven't seen before in a Call of Duty game. Right. The entire map changes. So all the tactics change at the same time. It's really interesting how the meta just can change with one push of a button.
And does that really separate the good players from the great players, the ones who can really go with the flow when the elements on the map are changing?
I would say yes, in a way, because some of these top players, they're not only going to learn the normal routes, but when something like the Odin Strike comes in, they then have to learn about the next sort of routes that they're going to have to learn as well. So that's a whole different element to the game.
All right, gentlemen, I'm going to let you do your thing. Here we go.
Well, next map we're going to see, Bryce, is going to be Blitz Whiteout, as we mentioned earlier on. Whiteout, very big map, and as you so rightfully pointed out, a lot of snow.
There really is a lot of snow. Now, the great thing about this ridge, I was actually on it with a sniper rifle earlier. You can see all the way across the goal and actually open up it for your teammates by supporting them. But there's a fierce battle on that ridge a lot of the time because both teams won't let it go as they actually battle to make sure they don't give away control. So the other side is actually a little bit more sneaky because there's a lot of cover and a lot of gullies you can run through. So we're going to see just how that actually goes on.
I would expect to see, the Guitargas and the Shanes, those sneaky.
Anyway, he was sneaky last time.
He was very sneaky. And actually, going back to that last game, we saw a huge play from Broken, who, arguably won the team the game.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And there's that kind of clutch in this sort of situation that can be. Now, this is an incredibly fast-paced game mode.
It is.
Defense doesn't work here as great as it can do. The pros have actually been practicing certain tactics. They tried playing, two people hanging back a little bit, map control and defense, and sending two constantly at it. It kind of works. You need to have a good defense, but like you said, it's difficult because of the ways you can just get in there. You throw down a couple of grenades, get a few kills, and suddenly it's wide open.
Yep, the play's still obviously trying to develop the meta game, but we're going to get the game underway. And there's only one player I want to start with. I'm not going to lie. It's got to be Broken. After that huge clutch in that last round, I want to see if he can try and do the same thing now. And he's actually going to start off a little passively, and he's actually going to be running backwards. It's interesting from Broken. I think he's just trying to make sure he has the right class and make sure he has the right settings. But for now, it looks like he is, in fact, going to play a little bit more defensively. So we will change it up and get on board with someone who is being a little bit more aggressive in it. And it looks like it's actually going to be Gunshy. And just as I say that, Curse of the Caster will get on board with Shane and see if he can try and make any bamboozling runs happen.
Now, the last two classes we actually saw from both them players had Deadeye in it. And if you haven't seen the Deadeye perk, it's really interesting to have it. If you like streaking, you like going on big kill streaks, it's certainly the perk for you. What happens is, the more people you kill, the higher chance of your bullets doing increased damage.
Yes, it's something that we haven't really ever seen in a Call of Duty game before. I mean, a lot of people will obviously try and relate that to stopping power. But yeah, it's exactly that. I mean, the more kills you go on, the more increase, or the likelihood of increased damage you're going to have. And right now, well, Shane is just taking his time. You can see that's a beautiful slide onto that flag. Nice plays coming from Shane's teammate, and this is now where he's left in an awkward situation. 10 seconds is obviously the timer. He needs to try and stay alive on the enemy flag. Nice plays from Shane, picks up the jump shot. Can he try and slide onto the point? Yes, he can, and just like that, Brycey, 2-0 in the lead.
It's exactly what we're saying about with the timers here. You need to make sure that if your teammate's going in, you have a good hiding spot like that. He animate that kill, and he actually takes down Acid as well.
Nice plays from him, and you can see he already has that StatCom. Can put that on the ground, although he maybe, this is something that I actually tried, incorporating when I was playing earlier on. Try and save them. Communicate with your team, If you can try and get 2 or 3, we know they work better, and that, to me, looks like something Shane's actually trying to do, although he has just put that down. 1 kill away from Riley coming out onto the map.
Certainly is. What can he do? It looks like he might actually be playing for that streak now. Not as aggressive as we have seen him before. Well, he's slowly winding away. This is what I said about this particular goal. There are a lot of sneaky routes you can do, and he's actually going to do it. He just do them, and he slid in again.
Oh, Shane, the OBJ master, just showing us exactly why there. Nice little sneaky play from him. Saw two enemies, decided it wasn't for him to go straight for the point. They now have a 3-1 lead, and Shane has that dog. He's actually called it in, so we'll stay on board with him as he throws that 9-bang out. That didn't actually connect. In fact, there's the hit marker, so Azox is going to know there's someone around there, and Shane on the hunt. He's very, very close towards that Juggernaut Maniac. We didn't see one last game. I'm hoping we see one this game.
I also want to see an Odin strike as well,
yes,
just to show the people at home just how much that changes the map like this. Now, let's see just how he's going to go through. At the moment, 3-1 to Shane's team.
Yeah, Shane really starting to take his time. I'm trying to have a look around, see if we can try and find the field orders anywhere. But for now, that briefcase is down. No one yet had it, but Shane playing so well. 4-1, 2 caps. It looks like he's actually going to go... Oh, that's ballsy from Shane. He connects with the cap.
That's why it rewards you to be aggressive. You can just get in there before they can shoot you.
Exactly.
So frustrating.
It's so difficult. And with the new metagame of, having to have someone play defensively on this game mode, it's so tough because that shot is a very, very difficult shot to make because it's not like there's a delay. It's you get on there, you cap the point, you teleport it away.
It most certainly is. That is rewarded for taking a risk. And now let's look like he's going to try in. Sneaky man. I mean, there is a SATCOM in front of it. It isn't his, so he must know that they know where he is. Oh, it doesn't matter if he takes him down and goes once again. That's 4. He hasn't even died. He's just capping them over and over again.
Away, but he tagged it. Can he get the turn on? That would have been a real play from Shane. Decided he had to back off there. And that's a smart decision. 1 kill away from the Juggernaut Maniac. Now, and the way the Juggernaut Maniac works is once you get it, it's basically a care package. You throw it on the floor, you pick it up, and then you're going to get the Juggernaut Maniac. There's a question here, Marcus. No! The kill comes in. It was actually Gataga's Riley. So, Shane, I'm sorry, bro. You just got Riley'd.
Oh, that was so disappointing. I actually want to see. I mean, Shane's sneaky anywhere. Give him unlimited sprint on a guy that's incredibly hard to take down. I think he should just keep capping for days.
Well, we'll have a look at Rox. He currently has the field orders. All he needs to do is kill an enemy with an explosive as we go down to the last 1 minute, 8 seconds of the first round. He's currently just trying to get out of there. But look at his inventory right now. No explosives to his use.
Look at the score as well. Very one-sided this half. Just not the same. No,
it just is not the same. But as you said, the side they're on is probably more the advantageous side. So whether they're just trying to utilize that, the second side, we'll see if it is just these teams have stepped it up. Because I heard some cheers coming over from the players when they might pick up that round
beside him, and he hasn't. Oh, he's there now,
and he's got his Riley for that as well.
And he's timing as well.
Oh, that's perfect play. Now, could Rox get the Juggernaut Maniac? Is the question. He's certainly on the streak for it.
Certainly is. Hasn't called in Riley either. I think he's going to wait until he goes back next time. He's going to go for it.
Smart play. Really, really intelligent.
They've equalled it up, actually. Almost coming back.
Just off that one play.
Yeah. There's 3 actually come back in the very, very quick succession. This is how advanced it is. It doesn't always pay to defend.
No, it doesn't. Sometimes you do really need to be aggressive. And Rox right now has his teammate in front of him. Manages to pick up the assist there. Smart play from him. And he's just going to have to play it very slow. 3 kills away from picking up the Juggernaut Maniac. And you can see they're just playing defensively right now. There's only 4 seconds left. They want to make sure they don't slip up. Just 1 point separates these 2 teams now as we go into that second side. And what's important to note as well is, although Rox didn't have an explosive to actually get that field report, him having that briefcase just prevented the other team from getting that Odin strike.
That is exactly right. Other thing to notice here, Benson, is I haven't seen anybody go for the support.
I've noticed that. I mean, for me, the support are really
players
go for those kills.
I think they just know that the SATCOM is very useful to them in this game. They will detect the players, and obviously they all want to get Riley.
I'm a big fan of the Night Owl, though. I'm not going to lie. The Night Owl under the support category is so cool. It's essentially a trophy system that flies above your head and sort of keeps you alive.
I shot my own one.
You shot your own?
I tried to. When it first came up, I was like, oh my god, what's that? But it is a great thing. But none of the players are using it here. They're all choosing for the standard SATCOM dogs and the Maniac Juggernaut. At the moment, it's
Rox,
very close.
He's playing very defensively, and he's actually called in his Riley. Now, when you're 3 kills away from the sort of Juggernaut Maniac, you kind of do. It starts to get to you, as it does many players. You start thinking about it. Yeah, you start thinking about it, and well, we saw Shane kind of choke it a little bit earlier on, but whether Rox can do it this time, and something else that's important to note as well is you'll notice he's lost the field report. So when the round switches, it goes back to First Blood gets that briefcase.
Certainly is now. It looks like he's playing quite passive. You are correct. He's in fact playing for streaks.
He's playing very, very slow indeed. And you know what? I think we'll just keep our eyes on him, and we'll get on board with someone who's playing a little bit more aggressive, and it's going to be Gataga, the French monster. Needs to kill 3 enemies. That's his field report. Has the SATCOM, and he's getting very close to his guard dog as well. I believe he actually got 1 kill, which is going to count towards his field order. So watch out for him to try and pick up another 2. But again, is it going to get to the case much like Rox, where he starts playing for those streaks? You've got to remember, these guys are losing by 1 point.
Certainly are, and they don't really seem to take